What's up, CPL folk? I'm back for day number 2. Still casting gloriously overpowered sexy unicorns versus Let Us Attack, but this time it's going to be tier 1 instead of tier 3. I'm going to go ahead and fire up StarCraft. Now this should be exciting. Tier 1 is higher play, so ooh. I can't wait to see the builds, I can't wait to see the pushes, I can't wait to see the tech. Guys, I'm getting nerd chills. Let us watch some games. Yeah. Right on. So let's take a look at what we have on the board today. So we have games from Too Sexy For You and Carousel, EskiyaPRIME and Crowbar, Fosho and Flizzardo, AgGe and TaDDe, Y2 Kid and Havior. Very nice. Nice selection, nice lineup here. That's pretty exciting. A lot of these players, I've seen them play. And, oof. Yes. I just want to start right away. Too Sexy For You versus Carousel. We're going to jump right into these. And let's fire up game number 1. Find it. There it is. Excellent. Starting on Neosulfid for week number 1. Top center in the gray Protoss, it's Too Sexy For You. And in the lower left is the orange Protoss, it's going to be Carousel. Now Carousel's not a player that I'm familiar with at all. I don't know if this person has been in previous CPL seasons. It's the first time I'm seeing the name. But Too Sexy For You, I know has been in a couple of the previous seasons, and I've seen him play, and he's pretty damn good. Carousel is also pretty good at chess. He's a chess player. Okay, alright. Very cool. It's not too far of a stretch to believe that a good chess player is also a good StarCraft player for sure. Why is he? Alright, so what do we have here? Gateway openings. In base. Scouts moving out. And it looks like... Okay, so Too Sexy For You. I'm thinking this is a center check, which is pretty smart. Yeah, he's checking for a center proxy. He's not going to find anything there, so... Carousel just going straight for the base, and he's going in the right direction too, so we will scout Too Sexy For You first. Scouts the 2 gate. Aha, and here we have gas being taken, mined, and a second pylon. Zealot halfway done. And these zealots are about the same time. Cool, so we're going to see some 2-gate pressure here, and then we're going to see how Carousel responds. Scout coming in. Ooh, and slips by, just by a narrow sliver. Gets a full scout off. Scouts 1 gate. Sees the core. And 3 zealots moving out for Too Sexy. Probe's still alive in the main. Just scouting around. Okay. This is probably pretty smart. If you were going to defend your base, use the smallest choke available for sure. If he had vision up here, he might even be able to drill probes up through here as well, but I really don't think that'll be necessary as long as he gets a good engage. Alright, and with the third Zealot here, I think this is holdable. Yeah, swaps out the injured one, puts a fresh one in. Very smart. Good play. Finally getting our core up for Too Sexy to progress in the tech tree. No additional tech beyond goon range for Carousel. Oh, shield battery. Okay. Really making sure that we're secure here. Oh, this is a bad engage for the Zealot here. Gonna lose that. Yeah, the goon's gonna help out a lot here. Ooh, that was a rough engage there too. Too Sexy kind of just bleeding Zealots now. Engaging into this choke, and now that the shield battery's done, this is absolutely holdable. Let's send the probes back. Alright, now things are getting interesting. So we have Citadel coming up for Carousel. No additional tech as of yet for Too Sexy for You. Goon range just started. Okay, and it looks like we're going up to... Oh! He canceled the Citadel! Is it just me? You guys saw that, right? That was a Citadel. He canceled it. And instead is now going for a 3-gate goon. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. Maybe someone can fill me in on why that happened. Maybe something scouted and decided just on a whim to switch tech, to switch choices. I don't play Protoss, so I don't really know. Okay, 3 gateways with goons on full blast. And 2 gateway robotics for Too Sexy for You. And about the same army sizes. But with 3 gates pumping versus 2 gates, the longer that stays true, the further army advantage that Carousel will have. That's another gateway going up, so that'll help close that gap. Robotics is done. Neither player's taking their naturals just yet. Observatory, yep.
I tell you what, I think I'll join up.
Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Lots of CPL and Brood War content here. Okay, it looks like Carousel wants to push in here.
I tell you what, I think I'll join up.
And yeah, losing all the Zealots immediately and being short on the Dragoon count here, yeah, it's just getting torn up. This engage by Too Sexy for You is incredible.
I tell you what, I think I'll join up.
Excellent target firing with the goons as well. Yeah, some pretty good combat micro from Too Sexy for You. Very good engage. Yep, 2 gates churning, 1 kind of resting, and then we have the robotics with the observer that's coming out, and yeah, it's a good thing that the shield battery is here because the army difference is quite significant now. Wow, that was a good pick. Yeah, and with the reinforcing goons here and the shield battery, this is totally holdable. Be alright. And actually, Too Sexy for You, overstaying just a little bit. See what's happening at home. Alright, taking the Nat. No additional tech down here for Carousel just yet. Just gateways on full blast. Another gateway coming down here. Yeah, and with the observer here... Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Alright, that's an interesting spot to put your observer. As long as Too Sexy For You can secure this natural, he's probably going to be feeling pretty good about where he's at. No additional tech here just yet. Or here, but now Carousel's taking his natural. Or her. Or them. I'm awful with assuming pronouns. So we're up to 8 Dragoons here for Too Sexy, and 9 Dragoons here, but one is quite injured for Carousel. Another engagement's going to happen. Great pick off on Dragoons. Strong target firing from both players. And Carousel, well, was almost forced to retreat, but decides to go all in. And yeah, kind of has to GG out. I mean, that was just too much army. And Too Sexy For You will take game number 1. So, now we'll jump into game number 2 in the series, and this is on Good Night. Let's get in. Okay, so in the bottom right corner of Good Night, as the orange Protoss, it's Carousel. And in the bottom left corner of Good Night, as the...
I tell you what, I think I'll join up.
something green, like light green maybe? It's light green Protoss. It's Too Sexy For You. Thanks for the follows, guys. And or girls. See what I mean? See what I'm talking about? I'm awful. Okay, so nobody's sending anything to the center of the map or out on the map. So it looks like both players again want to do just regular in base. Oh man, I'm out of coffee. How can I be out of coffee? I'm a little bit sadder now. Okay, gateway openings for both players, and scouts are out. Oh, okay. So, I think this is 10-12 gateway out of Too Sexy For You. That's a little bit different from game number 1. Carousel taking his gas. Yep, first Zealot on the way. A little more than halfway done. And a second pylon before core. So Z core Z, I think. Zealot core Zealot. Zealot. Cyber core. Too Sexy now grabbing his gas. Zealot. Come on, don't make a fool out of me. Zealot. Zealot. I guess I'm the fool. Alright. Maybe it's just going to be Goon first, I don't know. Too Sexy not wasting any time, just going across the map and immediately harassing. Getting the full scout off, and this is kind of like best case scenario for him. Well, not best case. Best case would have been no Zealot first. But still, one gateway. This is good. So he gets the full scout off, and he's going to bring the rest of the dudes over. And then they're going to gang up on this Zealot, and then they're going to cause havoc in the main. Yeah, that's usually how this goes. So first Dragoon for Carousel, almost out. It's going to help a lot here. And Too Sexy just going for probe picks. Gets one, gets two. That's number 3. 4. 5. This is working out really well. 6. Still hasn't lost a single Zealot. Wow. Okay. Alright. This is almost critical level damage. Yeah. Oh! My doorbell. And my dog. Folks, I'm gonna pause real quick. I'll be right back. I don't have a doorbell next to my keyboard. Crow barks. Alright. Thank you for your patience, guys. I'm sorry that happened. You know, real life happens when you're live. We will continue with this game. It was just an Amazon guy dropping off a package and complimenting me on my car. So now I feel a lot better. Oh, is my mic loud? Okay, hold on. Okay, how's that? How's that? Come here, puppers. I have a 3-year-old Shiba Inu, and he is neurotic, and he will bark at absolutely anything that comes anywhere near the house. Also, he's a little chubby, and he's very adorable. Alright, so where are we at with this game? We have Too Sexy with some goons holding the ramp. This is fine. Carousel's not going to break this. Yeah, backs off immediately. That's the right move. Okay, going for the Nat. Off of one gate. It's a little greedy, but we'll see what happens. 2-gate Robo again for Too Sexy for you. Very safe, very standard. Yeah, I'm very, very concerned for Carousel. He even canceled the naturally. He knew. That's not holdable. And instead goes for, okay, 2 more gates. And a preeminent probe pull just in case, but I think when he saw the attack wasn't coming, decided to turn around. Still, this is a rough case condition to be in for Carousel when you're down 10 probes in a mirror matchup. I think really the game was probably over when these zealots killed that many probes, but you know, we'll see how it plays out. We'll see what happens. Just full gateway production of goons for now. Too Sexy, reinforcing a little bit. keeping a goon back at the ramp blocking. I like that. That's smart. 3 gateway observer. And yeah, this is a very comfortable position for Too Sexy. This is where you want to be, taking your nat. Yeah, why not? If you're holding your opponent back, have them contained. Mr. Maru! That was rude. Maru says hello. Okay, so it's still 3 gate robotics here. No additional tech yet. We're just kind of starting to mass up the army. Okay, and Carousel pulls the trigger and decides he wants to break out of this contain now. But yeah, it's just not enough still. Okay, we probably should have a game plan beyond 3 gate massing goons. Okay, now you'll break out and then probably take the natural expansion. Yeah, because this is... you can win this fight now. Some nice micromanagement, pulling this goon back to try and save it. It doesn't save it, but that was still good to see. And reinforcing troops are here from Too Sexy to continue the assault and keep this containment up. Yeah, and being smart about their position outside the ramp here, not overcommitting, just keeping it back right where it needs to be. Very good. Nothing else from Carousel now, but really on a clock with the natural being up and operational for Too Sexy for You. Now you can see the probe discrepancy is growing rapidly. Now we're 16, 15 worker difference. Yeah, and GG is called. Alright, not bad. Watching replay in multiplayer doesn't cause Minimap to stutter, so you may consider this. Thanks, Wolfix. Yeah, I'll switch over to multiplayer. I'll just do a LAN. Okay, so that's a 2-0, so we have 1. Our team, Sexy Unicorns, Glorious Unicorns, Insanely Crazy Name Unicorns, are now up 1 in the series. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had no idea that the minimap kind of stuttered or lagged a little bit in single player. Yeah, I'll just make my games in the multiplayer mode now. Okay, so next up on the list, we have games from EskiyaPRIME and Crowbar. And game number 1. Here we go. Alright, map number 1, Neosulfid. Spawning in the top center is the Magenta Terran. It's Crowbar. And in the lower left of Neosulfid as the White Terran, the absolutely superior color to play Terran as, it is Halal Terran. Alright, so no groans. It's TVT. I like TVT, but this could be a long series. So, buckle your seatbelts, please. It might get turbulent. I'll be around with snacks and drinks. So how many hours is this going to take? Roughly 1.5. I actually don't know, but I could definitely be right. Single player minimap always stutters. That's weird. I wonder why. You can get that coffee refill now. Yeah. I probably could, but I don't want to miss any of the action at all, just in case. By the way, Control-Alt-T in multiplayer game to display the TR. Light Swarm dropping some major knowledge on us. Thank you. Yeah, so normal openings. I expect both of these players to open up with Factory Expand. Maybe though, I mean, we'll see. Gas is a little bit behind for white as opposed to magenta. That's how TVT works. Both sides set up their siege lines and then you both just go make dinner. Yeah, TaDDe, you're not too far off. You have to kind of enjoy that though. Like it feels longer and more thought out, like a chess game. TVT is. And factory for Crowbar, just a little bit faster. One dude on gas, so factory expand. Same over here. So I'm pretty sure I saw Eskiya in the chat, but what's up with Halal Terran? What's that mean? Can you drop some info on me? Yeah, I noticed that the minimap is a lot more responsive. You're right. Cool, okay, so here's our command center for Crowbar. And the expansion for Eskiya. Vulture first, Vulture first. So halal means permitted by religion, and haram means discouraged by religion. Kinda like sin and virtue. Halal equals honorable macro game. So you're indicating to everyone that you're an honorable macro Terran. Alright, I like it. Very cool. Thanks for sharing. Okay, second gateway going out. Eskiya's barracks floating over. Same as Crowbar's. And yeah, this is why I like to build 2 Marines in TVT. Just 2. To really generate an actual anti-air threat for the barracks, because just 1 Marine doesn't really... It's not scary, but 2 is something you have to actually watch for. And wow, these vultures coming in doing a great job of snagging a couple early kills. Great target firing as well. Oh, kill the Marine. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think he was trying to send it back for repairs. Got caught on the SCVs. Alright, so we have 3 Factory Vulture now for Eskiya. Wow, getting some great damage. That was a high value push out from Crowbar. Ah, and 2 factory Goliath for Crowbar. Some nice walling going up at the front of the natural for Crowbar. Oh, and a nice vulture engage. Taking out the SCV building this engineering bay. Wow, that was cool. Did you guys see that vulture spread? That was really sexy. Okay. Wow, look at this. The way the depots are spread. That's really sexy. You're a weird dude, Eskia. You're a cool player. I like you. I play for the crowd, what can I say? He says. Some good mine connections there, taking out one of the Goliaths. Laying some more mines down at the front for a nice containment. And not before Crowbar managed to get some Goliaths out. And if microed... Oh, you gotta micro these, don't... Ooh, that was so close. Alright, one mine does connect. And that's gonna make defending this a lot easier. But yeah, with Vulture speed, you just run right back. But it's all about how many SCVs die here. And so far I think it was just the 2. Yeah, and then EskiyaPRIME takes care of that, cleans it up, but has taken quite a bit of economic damage. I mean, being 31 to 34 I think is fantastic. I think that's a great position to be in, given the amount of damage that Crowbar managed to get with those early little bits of engagements. This rack's still floating here uncontested. This one here managed to be saved, but not very useful. Okay, yeah, this is pretty smart play actually, putting the turret up here just to clear out the mines. Because it takes a little while longer to get comsats in TVT, but then it becomes just a scanning matchup. And yeah, both players just kind of powering up right now. Crowbar just slowly pushing out, clearing out the mines. Ah, and Eskia gets a nice siege right here to stop the push. If Crowbar really wanted it, he could take this. But it just, you know, would it be worth the losses that you'd take running into a sieged position? But the decision is his, and he's going to take it. But he will clear this for sure. Actually, it doesn't take too many losses. Not bad. 4th factory going down. 3rd CC already completed. Yeah, so he wanted to secure this 3rd to take it. Makes sense. Starport. For Eskia, some more forces moving out. 5 factories. +1 about halfway. Crowbar's +1 has been done for some time, but hasn't started +1 armor. We'll see a little bit of an SCV transfer, I imagine. And Eskia doing what every 3 factory vulture opener does. mining up the map, transitioning into a nice 5-fact. Also grabbing his starport. Who's scanning? Alright. So Crowbar scans front here, sees a couple tanks, vultures, a Goliath. Science facility on the way. I'd like to see another armory go down. But that's alright. Getting that vulture speed for Crowbar, 5th factory on the way. Lots of tanks for Eskia. Third base finally being taken. Now, I mentioned this yesterday when streaming, but for anyone that doesn't know on Neo-Sylphid, the pseudo-high ground thirds have reduced resources, just so you know. Because this map's in the map pool, that's very helpful to know if you didn't know that, but the minerals only have 1,000, and the gas only has 1,500. And that's for all of them. Alright, so we get some dropship play out of Crowbar. I imagine Eskia must see this, though, as they pass over a lot of those mines. Eskia in the chat. If you guys want to take out the dog, make dinner, or do taxes, feel free. I did my taxes so early this year. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, so my suspicion is that Eskia definitely saw the dropship and has now set up a nice dispatched force here into the main to cover this. No engagements just yet. No major engagements anyway. Okay, here comes that drop. There goes that drop. Yeah, okay. This is smart. If you're unsure, if it really doesn't look clear, don't commit to a drop. It costs a lot of money. A lot of money and some time to put a drop together. Don't just lose it. So I really like this play of respecting all the defense that Eskia had up. That's very smart and very wise. Alright, some rather significant army movement from Eskia down here. Being met by some vultures from Crowbar. Upgrades are tied. +1 attack. Ah, and both players are bringing their armies to bear at the front. Wow, it's like this circled around the map and then came back. That's pretty cool. Give it a second try. Okay, I like this 4th base location. This is super defendable as Terran, and it's also a gas base. Like, there's not really much of a reason to take the mineral only. Not in this matchup. Oh, if Crowbar can take this and secure this as well, that would be highly favorable. Yep, very nice. Tons of scans going down, but I don't know for who. Alright, it's Crowbar, checking out where the army is. A spotter wraith to check for dropships, no doubt. Unfortunately, it's on the bottom of the map. Oh, must have seen this SCV, so drops these Goliaths here and intercepts it. Really cool. Good denial. Eskia responding with pulling the army back just a little bit. It's not that far from where they were. They just cleaned this up, no problem. And now we're really starting to see the pinnacle of TVT, which is the division of the map, where I could very neatly draw a line right here, and it divides the map between the two players. That's kind of the beauty of TVT. Oh, this is cool. Oh yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, this is a great move. Good use of siege tanks. Okay, good engagement, but a heavy siege from Crowbar forces Eskia back a little bit. Forces consolidating down here. Getting just a little too close to the siege line. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 8th factory on the way for Crowbar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8th factory on the way for Eskia. These players seem close to evenly matched, but Crowbar has captured several small edges throughout the game, such as the early engage that occurred, got a lot of SCV kills, as well as the capture of the map. I almost feel like I should take a vote or something in the chat on whether I should hit this on X2. Okay, so +2 weapons done for Crowbar. No armor just yet. +3 weapons done for EskiyaPRIME. And I gotta believe that that's just vulture dumping, which is getting rid of them to free up your supply because they're both maxed. And that makes sense. Like, you want more siege tanks, you want a couple Goliaths to support. But Crowbar with the drop force is ready. Okay, that's an interesting place to drop them. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm kind of scratching my head now. I thought this was going to fly into here and drop. or fly over this army and drop on top of it. I think either one would have produced a better outcome. That's unfortunate. Wow, lots of tanks. Lots of tanks for Eskia. And still a sizable force of vultures, too. Yeah, a little bit of a TVT pro tip on this map. The center is very open and buildable on these greens. Great for turret placement. Turrets win matches. Yeah, I feel like at this point we kind of just have to look at this with a bigger picture. Because there's so much stuff. Alright, so Crowbar indicating that there's going to be a battlecruiser tech switch. But EskiyaPRIME taking the vast majority of his army and pushing this base location up here. Ooh, this is not going to be cost effective. But he should get it. Crowbar coming with the drop force. And yeah, Eskiya's got so much power here that he's just going to take this. And I would be super impressed if he took this particular position and lined up siege tanks all along here and then scanned over here to take out a few buildings. You probably nail all of these turrets and maybe these two factories. Retaliation from Crowbar at this third base location. But plenty here to defend it. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, that's close. Oh, if these tanks had just moved a little forward and sieged up. I was afraid. I was scared for a second there. Huh, okay. So we're just making battlecruisers out of one starport for Crowbar. Yeah, I guess you don't really have the room, huh, to make more starports. Well, here you do, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Alright, that makes sense. And yeah, it just looks like Eskia really poking and prodding and looking to punch a hole through any weakness that he can find on the map. But Crowbar seems a little bit more content to just hang back and use drop force and tech to battlecruisers. Yeah, there goes the scan from Eskiya. And he felt with his current forces, yeah, he's confident he can walk up and take this out. Drop force! Go! Alright, with the mine drags that was pretty good. Alright, so with drop force in use, this does clean this up. Ooh, nice mine connection right there. And this Wraith comes. This Wraith is going to clean everything up. There we go. And yeah, quite a big difference in the supplies now. About a 50 difference. Or 40. I can't math. Now it's 50. Alright, getting the upgrades for air. So Crowbar definitely intending on switching fully into that battlecruiser tech. And Skiya's just happy enough to stay on factories where he's made a lot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So we're gonna have a ground versus air battle soon. Huh. You know, I thought this would be in range. This is white, and this is magenta. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have Goliath range. Oh, that messed with me so bad. Oh, man. Okay. And drop force in action once again. Yeah, Crowbar really determined to try and deny this base, and has done a pretty outstanding job denying it thus far. Oof. Still taking considerable losses here just to defend it, though. But at this point, those losses are probably acceptable, as you want to spend your supply on the battlecruisers instead, so that's probably part of the plan. So now it's kind of just a waiting game, and we wait for the battlecruisers to mass up. Yeah, it looks like Eskiya's gearing up for another big push. Finally having secured this base is excellent. Ah, and in come the battlecruisers. Nice. Defensive matrix on that Goliath. Get that tank out of the game. Alright, things are starting to heat up a little bit. Maybe. Ah, yes, the big push. Here it comes. Eskiya gonna go ahead and push up to the pseudo third base with his army, sieges up, and wow, cracks the defenses wide open. Unfortunately, this isn't really a strategic target other than obtaining it for strategic positioning. The base was already mined out. Strategery. So this push has thus been successful. However, this base once again denied by Crowbar and his battlecruiser fleet. And Eskiya's just tired. Just just tired of all of this. I'm just gonna march right up into your natural, go into your main, blow your stuff up. Yeah, and the thing is, yeah, this is what I was looking for. Without these reinforcements right here, these are all just gonna die. And, oh my gosh. They are just gonna die. Everything here will die from EskiyaPRIME. These battle cruisers will clean all this up. And rendezvous with the ones created in the bottom. More in production. +2 attack. No armor yet. And Eskia trying to retake this base up here. We're getting to a pretty dangerous tipping point in the game where, oh gosh, I'd really like to see these battle cruisers get repaired, but where the number of battle cruisers is going to make this pretty crazy. Without armor and Eskiya's mech attack being +3, I actually think this is takeable. You could take this fight if you target them down. Alright, pretty good use of Yamato cannons to clear out the tanks faster. Really neutralize the push, and yeah, Eskia gonna have to give up as that tipping point really just falls over. So Crowbar's gonna take game number 1. Here's a score screen, just for anyone interested. And I'll boot up game number 2. How many BCs one-shot a Goliath? 6, right? I don't know, actually. I think you're right. I think you're right. Okay, so for game number 2, it's going to be on Good Night. In the bottom right corner is the magenta Terran, is Crowbar. And in the lower left corner is the superior white Terran. It is Halal Terran, also known as EskiyaPRIME. Alright folks, you can take your seatbelts off and walk around the cabin for a bit. Stretch your legs. Get your refills, get your snacks. Grab your wife, force her to watch, explain everything that's happening to her. I imagine the openings will probably be identical for the time being. Gas, gas. Yeah, that's kind of One of the attractive things about Terran versus Terran is it's a much more relaxed matchup. Some people would say that it's boring instead, but I think it's just relaxing. What are the ratios? What are the ratio Goliaths you want for battlecruisers? I think it's 4-to-1 versus carriers at least. Damn it, where's Whip? I need Whip. I need Whip to answer that for me. Oh, cool. Is Eskia doing a N Scout? Yeah. N Scout. Very cool. So Eskia wants to know whether or not Crowbar is close. Maybe that's just a preference, or maybe there's a plan behind it. We'll see. Alright, let's move down and take these expansions, boys. Or girls. Maybe EskiyaPRIME is actually a girl. And we just don't know. Maybe. You never know. A girl with a beard. See? Escalade's on my side. Eskia, I urge you to watch my stream. I will. I will. I'm gonna come and watch your stream. I'm gonna come crash it. I'm gonna come and accuse you of being a girl still. And I'm going to grow a legion of people. I'm gonna make a cult. The cult of Eskia is Hot Grill. Oh, senders. That's funny. You don't need to get whipped for not knowing, just asking. No, me getting whipped is when I ask Whip for a game. And he says, yes, go. And then I'm like, well, fuck me. I guess I'm gonna learn something new today. See? I was trying to tell you guys last game. This is I always make at least 2 Marines because you can do this. See them? See these boys working so hard to take this barracks down, and it's working. Yo, if they get it, they're both getting raises. Okay, here we have Vulture move out from Eskia, who definitely prefers the 3-factory Vulture opening. Take notes, people. I'm doing the science and the study for you. For fact for Crowbar here. Alright, Eskia pokes the front a little bit, takes a look at that and says, nah, maybe not a direct engagement, but a mine contain? Yeah. Yeah. What's this Marine doing? Can you explain yourself, sir? Huh, Crowbar's barracks a little out of the way. I'd imagine you'd probably want to see what your opponent's making. Armory coming up for Eskia. Fourth fact on the way. Command center. Yep. Academy. Aha! And now EskiyaPRIME's Marines are starting to do the work on this barracks, but they're letting it get away because they're lazy. These ones are not getting raises. Google Maps told him there'd be good tteokbokki there. Alright, TaDDe, you win the Internet Award today. You win the Internet. Shit, that's funny. Come on, boys, what are you doing? Get that thing out of the sky! Oh yeah, get that too. But work together. Christ. What else we got here? Yeah, both these players really on the same wavelength. Like, we saw both getting siege. Just one goes for vultures and the other goes for vultures. Well, yeah, I guess they... I guess great minds think alike, yeah? Do we have upgrades on the way? We do. EskiyaPRIME has his first upgrade, +1 mech attack on the way. A small engagement happens outside this third here on the high ground that Crowbar holds. Nice little mixture of mines here from both players. And Eskia gonna land and take the mineral-only third. Ultimate Marine sacrifice. Yeah, now it's kind of just a waiting game. Uh-oh. Nice. Yeah, so Crowbar probably not thinking about the fact that there could be mines out here. He's probably thinking about it now. Dropping a lot more factories. So now we're moving up to 7. Well, I guess that's not a lot more, but you know what I mean. Eskia very interested in securing this upper ground third with the gas. It's very nice. What? Caster's Curse strikes again. Alright. So, Crowbar takes his force of vultures, comes down the ramp here, gets intercepted by Eskiya's army, retreats back. This is kind of cool. It's like a vulture tug-of-war. Yo, what's up, Shimmer? Thanks for joining. Hope you have a good time. Don't buckle your seatbelt in. It's a Terran versus Terran, so... You know. This is all classic TVT. Yeah, it is. I know, I'm trying to make the most of it. If you know what I mean. Yes, Shimmer, you can have a nap then. Ship some of that King Goblin over to me. I will pay you. Meh. Alright, so what's happening? Looks like a lot of standstill right now. Crowbar on the map with the vultures being a little bit active. Yeah, securing this upper ridge here, clearing out all the mines. And Crowbar sets up a very nice defense there. No US importers then. Oh man. Well, alright. Folks, this is a play. Yeah, good amount of damage being done here. A lot of SCVs being lost for EskiyaPRIME as Crowbar moves in with this really nice, smooth vulture push through the base. Just right past everything, guns down some of the SCVs. Very nice play. Definitely worth it. Yeah, now the SCV differential, quite substantial. Crowbar scans, gets a good idea of where Eskiya's army is, or at least how much of it and where it is. More forces being rallied out, lots of vultures. Three shops, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 factories total. And 3 shops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. Where are we at with the upgrades? For Eskiya, +1 attack on the mech, no armor yet. And for Crowbar, no upgrades just yet. There it is, +1. I'd like to see some more expansions. I'd like to see a couple more mines. Yeah, there we go, nice. A couple more forward positions like this one and this one. This is super forward. And a small engagement happens at the top. Eskiya backs up. Crowbar lays more mines. The world keeps on spinning. Crowbar being very active on the map with vultures. I like it. And we see the transfer of SCVs up to this high ground third. I wonder if he'll take the center. There we go. Dropping another SCV on this mineral-only third here. Continuing on the upgrade path. And just little bits of movement here and there from both players. This game is like one of those dinners that you just like throw inside of a crock pot and then you turn it on low and then you just leave it for like 8 hours. And for the time being, we kind of just have to wait for someone to pull the trigger, especially as Eskia closes the gap on the remaining supply left, and they both reach max. SCB transfer, plenty of scans going down for both players. And, I'm not really sure what to cast now. Everything is very still. It's kind of eerie. A couple things moving out. Let's have a chat war. Which Pokemon is the best Gen 1 starter and why? I'll go first. It's Bulbasaur, and if you're wrong, then you picked Squirtle or Charmander. Pokemon? Yes, Pokemon. Absolutely. I gotta say, I really like... This is aesthetically pleasing. This line of tanks. Oh. Just the amount of coverage. Oh. Oh. Nerd chills. There's a reason why speedrunners always go Squirtle. Big, if true. Alright, now I don't know about this. I mean, I think I'm confident Eskia will break this, but the amount of losses incurred to do so. And it's not even fully broken yet. Yeah, see, Goodnight's a pretty tough map, because there's so much transition. There's a lot of transition. From high to low to high to low. And Crowbar with a pretty quick remax. Well, just about. Come on. Pump it up. There we go. So 2-0 done for Crowbar's mech, and 1-1 for EskiyaPRIME's. I'm kind of surprised these mains weren't taken a little earlier, but that's okay. BC time? Yeah, Senders. BC time. Well, we see some starports, so very, very plausible at this point from Eskia. Oh, and yeah, he's going for that push. He's going for the break on this position. And from a strategic standpoint, it's kind of important to break this position, because if you look at the map division, right here really is what separates most of the map being crowbars and not. And tactically using these drops to reinforce this position, I really like that. It's very smart. It'd be super cool if he took this main crowbar. Just saying. This center main. It's not a main, but it's the focal point of the map. And it has 2 gases. Yes, both gases have 5k. Yeah, Eskia definitely dedicating a lot of time and energy to break this upper position here. And where are we going from here? Are we going Wraiths? Totally, Eskia is definitely transitioning to a Wraith heavy play. How much do the other gases have? I think everything else is normal, just 5,000 in all of them. Okay, walking up here. Oh, drop force. Drop force comes to reinforce once again. And stalls this push again. But Cloaked Wraiths come in from EskiyaPRIME. Here they come. And this is where they gun down all of the dropships, and tons of value and damage being done to Crowbar. Now losing drop force, it's such a critical play. The drops are very important in late game TVT. I'm impressed with the factory count though. Wow. I'm not even going to count that. That's just a lot. That is many factories, yes? Good lord. That's a lot of turrets. But when you're floating that much, why not? And deep breath in, and exhale. See, isn't this matchup so relaxing? Where are the pew pew planes? They died. Right here. Okay, this looks like another consolidation of forces here from Eskia. Yep, go get it. Unfortunately loses a Wraith there. Not those pew pew planes, the bigger pew pew planes. Oh my gosh, Crowbar. Would you get Goliath range already? You're giving me heartburn. Where are we going with this bad boy? Okay, we're going top. We're going topside. Oh, we left these Wraiths in cloak. Get them in there! Get them in there! Oh no. I think Eskia must have forgotten about the Wraiths until last minute. Yeah, now there's way too many tanks and reinforcements here from Crowbar. This position has been retaken and seized. Yeah, and Eskia, fearing that he's been starved out and from most of the map being taken, GG's out. So that's a 2-0 from Crowbar. And he wins the series. That means we can move on to our next group, which will be Fosho versus Flizzardo. Score screen. And we move on. Starting our new group on Neosulfid, spawning in the top center is the light yellow Protoss, it's Flizzardo. Spawning in the lower left is the red Terran, it's Fosho. Both of them speaking a bit of Swedish, I think. So, I haven't been spoiled enough to be gifted to have seen Fosho, so I don't really know how this player plays. But I know a thing or two about this guy. And let me just tell you, this guy plays like a monkey on crack. In a good way. Flizzardo is just the man. But always does something a little unusual, off meta, a little cheeky. Oh, and Flizzardo's in the chat as well. Hey man, how you doing? I'm right though, and you know it. You're a crazy player. And I'm not going to forget that Little League match that we played together where you proxy 2-gate DT rushed me. That'll still be etched in my memory for quite a while. I still won though. Alright, so it looks like a pretty normal opening so far. Tech opening for Flizzardo, getting the second pylon before core. Fosho, normal Rax gas. Okay, and Flizzardo decided to move out with the first Zealot. I'm not going to chase this SCV. Not a big deal. And why? Oh, is this where it begins? Or did you just... Alright, I think I know what happened. So Flizzardo wanted to scout with this probe, but he sent it up a little too high. The base is like here. Okay, Zealot plus Probe duo coming in to harass. See what Fosho has. Already 3 Marines, 4th one about halfway done. Factory well on the way. 1 SCV and gas, telegraphing to us that this will be an expansion play. Range on the way for Flizzardo, another Zealot, as well as a Dragoon queued up. I wonder if... Yeah. So he never actually got the confirmation. So I think Flizzardo must have thought he must have spawned down here. He or she, they, them. I think Fosho's a dude, yeah. Whiffing a little bit on that micro there, but still busting it out and taking care of that Zealot. Finally getting rid of this pesky scout. Goon range about 75% complete. 3 gateways. Full bunker full of Marines, 2 vultures out on the map, and the expansion I was talking about earlier for Fosho. Not a whole lot of action happening right now. Flizzardo just securing his natural as he prepares to take his Nat Nexus. Or perhaps, yeah, just drop all your money into the gateways and push with 3 gateways. Alright. That's the game plan. Another factory coming down for Fosho. Yeah, I am a little concerned for Fosho here. This is quite a sizable Protoss force. And this is kind of the off-meta stuff that I was talking about with Flizzardo. This is kind of just how he plays. He's really aggressive, but knows how to get in and snap someone's neck. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is his forte. Yep, this is some great damage. Fosho's doing a very good job, though, with the SCVs and the microing. Still microing these goons, excellent. Getting all the value. More reinforcements trickle in. I think this game is basically over. Like, as soon as we get these 4 goons in here, and these 2 come in as well, it's basically over. Well, I don't know. Could get really lucky with these mines. We'll see what happens. Nope. Okay, 1 connection. And a repair on the tank, very good. Well, the Vulture does get 1 mine off, but it gets sniped. 2 mines down here will help protect, but with the factories under siege, I just don't know. Got another tank. Okay, siege mode's done. Alright, that changes things. However, the position is still a little dire for Fosho, but not as bad as we might think. I mean, The nat for Flizzardo is just now popping up. It's, you see what I mean? He's so aggressive. He just... This is classic Flizzardo for you. Really knows how to just get in there and snap someone's neck. I'm telling you guys. That's crazy. Well played, Flizzardo. Here's your score screen. And we shall boot up game number 2 between Flizzardo and Fosho on Good Night. Spawning in the upper left corner as the blue Protoss, it's going to be Flizzardo. And spawning in the bottom left, in the white Terran, it's Fosho. I can't believe this game was released in 1998. I feel so old now just thinking about that. Like, look, this is what it used to look like. It's so nostalgic. And I love the major differences between buildings warping in. Look how it looks here. It looks totally different. Like, they added so much more depth and detail to it. I don't know. I'm just bored. There we go, and the barracks will go down here. Scout moving out. Very nice gateway setup by Flizzardo. This pretty much indicates that he's going to go Zealot and then send it out. For 1998, the graphics were epic. Absolutely, Lightswarm, they were. Like, this still looks good. It looks good. Like, I can clearly make out everything. StarCraft Remastered is a perfect remaster, in my opinion. Yeah, just about. I think enough people wanted the 2v2 ladder. I think if they'd gotten that, then it would have made it perfect. Alright, Zealot moving out from Flizzardo. Fosho producing some Marines, going up to 2 at least. Going for the early tech, Flizzardo grabs the cybernetics core. Zealot enters the base, the Marines engage. And then what? We turn around with the probe? Yeah? Wait for the second Zealot? Yeah. Okay, and go. Be nice to get a snipe right here on this before it finishes. And as I say that, it finishes. Oh, getting a little careless here with the Marines. Gotta micro these back. Oh no, Marine gets stuck on the SCV. That is so unfortunate. Alright, one goes down, but a lot of Marines being lost here for Fosho. Pulls the boys, body blocks with the Vulture, and this should be cleaned up. Now all we have to do is just finish off this last Zealot here. Nice, good pick. And this should be cleaned up, no problem. Please, with some micro. Yep, 3 gates again. You'll love to see it. That's just his style. Bunker at the front here, going up, but a Dragoon is already here. Snipes one of those Marines. Walks past the other one in the bunker. Gets an SCV. Gonna lose this Goon though. Yeah, I don't really know if that was worth losing the Goon for. I mean, maybe. Getting an SCV or 2 this early is kind of a big deal in this matchup. Goon range about 75% complete. 3 more Goons being produced. And this Vulture gets in, gets a full scout off. Very nice. Plus a probe. And left it to die. Well, it got a full scout and 2 probes, so very worth. Oh no, another Dragoon got lost over here. That's unfortunate. Every single Goon matters.
Tell you what, I think I'll join up.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Aggie. Yeah, still producing full Dragoons out of these gateways. But each Dragoon is kind of precious when you're not going for an early Nexus. Like, he's gonna grab it now, but... like, this is the forefront of your opening, or these Goons, and to lose them carelessly like that. A little bit of tisk-tisk there. Finally going to put these Goons to work and get some value out of them, but not before long after the siege tank sieges up on the high ground and puts an end to it. There we go. That's quite a significant Dragoon force. It might be enough to bust this entire position if he's so inclined, and I do believe that he is likely inclined. Okay. We are going Gateway Man. And really? Like, really? We're doing this? Alright. He rebuilds it. There goes your opening. There goes your whole opening, man. Okay, so here we are. We're sitting on, what, 7 gates? 4, 5, 6, 7. We have Citadel. Oh man, that's funny. I can't come back from that. Okay, third factory coming up for Fosho. He's grabbing his armory. Line of depots. Turrets going up. Zealot speed on the way for Flizzardo. Okay, we're kind of at a standstill right now. More gateways. more gateways. Dude, you're crazy. Flizzardo is so crazy. I just can't even handle it. Okay, fourth factory going up for Fosho, pumping out some tanks, 2 shops. Working on that +1 attack for mech. Speed Zealot's out in full force. Gonna join up with these Dragoons and I don't know, maybe he'll go for it again, for my amusement. Okay, alright, so you should probably reinforce with these. Bring these down. Then, got some gateways that aren't producing. There we go, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Just go for it, man. I'm behind you, you have my support. Just go for it, man. Here's the test zealot. It's just dipping your toes into that lukewarm water. No, I guess he decides he doesn't want it. Not until this wave arrives, that is. Okay, and finally some deviation in tech. Got a Stargate here, so it will be an Arbiter follow-up. Yeah, here's the Templar Archives as well to complement that Stargate. And this huge force is going to... Well, he's brought the probe, so it looks like he's going to push down to this bottom. This mineral-only third and take this. These tech structures are about to finish up. Now, this is a scary force from Fosho. We have +1 mech weapons is about to finish in just a couple of seconds. And he's already completely kicked Flizzardo out of his natural. Lots of vultures in production out of all the factories for Fosho. 5th factory going down. Unsieging to mobilize. And the army is mobile. And yeah, this force, this huge force from Terran, just going to easily push back this small detachment of Protoss. They'll have to join up here. Scan goes down. So Fosho has a pretty good idea of the size and location of Flizzardo's army. More reinforcements arrive. And Fosho goes for the push. And I must say, Flizzardo's army is way out of position. Yeah, gosh, this is... I really, for the longest time, I was trying to figure out who would win here. And, yeah, I guess my game sense still has a little bit of learning to do, but... Yeah, here Fosho, with the push, successful, knocks out the third base. And I don't know, I think these reinforcements trickling in should be cleaned up, but they'll grab quite a few tanks, and that's definitely worth it. Yeah. Yeah, and the damage is just too much, and Flizzardo knows it. His tech isn't even ready. And he GG's out. So game number 1 in this group goes to Fosho. Here's your score screen. And now we'll get into game number 3, which will decide this series. And it's gonna be on butter. Spawning in the upper right of butter is the yellow Terran. It's Fosho. And in the bottom right, as the gray Protoss, it's Flizzardo. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. A little cheesy. But that's just how he do. This is classic textbook Flizzardo for you. And he's good at what he does. He gonna get you. So filthy. Oh, that's so dirty. Oh no, if this goes unscouted. I mean, look, the gateway's ahead of the barracks even. Okay. Let's just make my base and your base. Uh-oh. Yeah. So, 5 SCVs get pulled. Okay, Marine. A little bit delayed. 6 SCVs drilling away at this gateway. Wow, look at them go. I mean, the Zealot will get out first, for sure, but... Yeah, so now we just pick off a few of the SCVs. Oh, and he's going to dance around with it, too. He's going to dance around with the SCVs. Gateway goes down. Alright. Bunkers up. Oh, that was so close. Oh man, I was holding my breath. And yeah, now this is like a intense micro battle race where zealots need to get out of the gateway. But Terran also needs to stop all this nonsense from happening. Second zealot out now. That changes things a lot. This one's very injured though. And very nice micro. Very, very nice micro. Good pullback from Flizzardo. That makes a huge difference. Finally gonna lose that zealot. But we still have one with the shield battery. No additional structures. No structures at all other than the Nexus and the main here. I think this is finally gonna build something. Give me like a pylon or something. Are you... He's going for a Nexus. Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, like, he's got like at least 4 Marines. You know that. Alright, you managed to save one of the Zealots. That's a pretty big deal. But yeah, this SCV is so well timed. He's gonna come in here and be like, what?
I tell you what, I think I'll join up.
Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, so scouting a gateway at this timing. Yeah, yep, this is, yep. This is, yep. That's what you do. Pull some of the boys, grab all your Marines. God, that's a lot of Marines. And usually it's accompanied by a vulture. So this will be rallied over, these will be rallied over. I want a CV to drill away at this pylon here. Shield battery, yeah, Flizzardo basically knows. Immediately the bunker goes down. Alright, now with the shield battery up, Protoss can fight. But that's so many Marines that, yeah, get blocked in. That's just too, it's too much. It's too many Marines. 3 gateways. You're so crazy, man. And yeah, the economic damage from this force is just, it's going to be too much. And I think this is going to be the end of game number 3. Yeah, the Vulture having the highest impact here. Oh, and there's nothing queued up even. Yeah, this is game over. GG from Flizzardo, and Fosho takes the series. Scores. So now we enter a new series, a new group of players. It's going to be iRk-AgGe versus TaDDe. I think I'm saying that right. You guys know I'm name-tarded. But anyway, we'll jump into game number 1 here. Ah, Nam TaDDe. Okay, so he's from Nam. He, she, they, them. Booting up game number 1. Alrighty, and on map number 1, which is Neosulfid, spawning in the lower left as the light blue or grayish blue Zerg, it's TaDDe. And across the way in the bottom right, as the yellow Protoss, it's iRk-AgGe. I think Aggie plays a different race every season, and that's really cool. I think that's what I want to do. Because I played, for season 6 and 7 I played Zerg. And this season I'm playing Terran. Maybe next season I'll actually try Protoss. NCX in chat. Imagine an option to play a different race every game. No, not like that. Okay, bit of a forward gateway opening from Aggie. At least as forward as the natural is. I like it. So we're going to see some Zealot action out of him. That's cool. Build the wall here, maybe a cannon or two, get your Nexus, you're good to go. Unfortunately, it does scout in the wrong direction first. Hiding this drone, just in case the scout comes in. Must have that mapped out as far as timing goes. That looked pretty precise. Pool pops, 2 pairs of lings on the way. Scout will come in and confirm. And this Overlord will be able to fly into the main and have a good long scout. Wow, a lot of Zealots are queued up. So, first one out. And, is that lime? Oh, I thought that was like yellow. No, that is yellow. Or is it lime? Chat, help. Oh, look, Zerglings. They both just pass each other. Alright, so... yeah, the 4 Zerglings. Oh, I think this might be the 3rd drone. Yep, alright, so deciding to take this pseudo-high ground as the 3rd. Zergling's gonna come back. 2 more pairs of lings being hatched. That'll give TaDDe 8, which is more than enough to deal with the Zealot pressure. Unfortunately, Aggie does successfully get this one tucked in the corner, which is the optimal place to have it when you're surrounded by lings in your enemy's base. It's blue. Alright, Light Swarm, you know where the door is. You could come back when you think about what you've done. Alright, and with 3 Zerglings able to surround in that tight location, that Zealot does get picked off. The rest just chilling at home to form the wall. Cannon Nexus. Everything looks pretty normal. Gas being taken. Zerglings are moving out, and macro hatch down. No gas as of yet for TaDDe, so this might be 4 or 5 hatch before gas. A little bit of a blind opening, but a very strong macro opening. Yeah, so this is 5 hatch before gas. And Aggie should come up and spot this and think, well, that's kind of a weird early hatch, so should know about this. And doing a pretty good job with the Zealots thus far. This one does get surrounded a little bit. splitting off one of those zealots from the other three. These three taking some pretty good trades here. This one should get cleaned up from these Zerglings, no problem. Down it goes. And yeah, forcing so many Zerglings out of TaDDe, I think this push was probably worth it, especially since AgGe was successful in retreating with 3 of them remaining. Now the shields can get restored and they'll have a lot more value later on. I think this was overall good for Protoss. We're 24 workers, 24 probes to 19 drones. However, with that in mind, it's worth noting that the opening build was 5 hatch before gas, and only now is gas being taken. This is a super power build. Like, look at the drones. The amount of droning you can do with this build is crazy early on. AgGe going for Corsairs, at least one, just for the scout. We'll see if he decides to make more. Getting Zealot speed. +1 attack. And yeah, like, already TaDDe's basically caught up in workers. And is actually going to be ahead very soon. So, the plus side for AgGe is, because gas was so late, only now is the Hydralisk Den going down, which means that Corsairs are going to have free reign for quite a long time. So this Overlord for sure will go down, you'll get a full scout off, and then probably get at least one more. Here's a second one. No third in production just yet. Templar Archives complete, Storm already on the way. Some gateways going down. Everything looks really good for AgGe. Yeah, and like, this is what I was talking about. I mean, the gas was so far behind from the harassment that Corsairs now just have free reign. Some Hydras do finally pop. And we'll be able to protect the remaining Overlords from just one Corsair. And a third one out on the map is going to get picked off as well. These little bits of damage are really going to add up in the end. Every single one lost is quite a big punch in the gut, as we can see. That puts TaDDe at 61 out of 61. So he's got to produce more Overlords before he can make any more Hydras or drones. No layer tech yet either, and no evolution chamber for upgrades. So really the only thing that TaDDe is going to have going for him is just the sizable number of Hydralisks that they will be able to amass. But without upgrades and without any further tech coming out, I have to be really worried for Zerg at this point. AgGe has done a pretty good job of powering up, just on 2 base, has gotten the tech for Templars, they have Storm, they're ready and good to go. I imagine he might think about moving out once he's got maybe 4 or 5 Storms banked up with these speed lots as +1 finishes. And +1 already did finish, actually. He's on it. He's on his upgrade game. Already started +1 armor. Zergling gonna peek at the front a little bit. 2 Corsairs in, get another full scout off. So AgGe definitely knows what's happening right now. What's going on in Zerg's mind. And that should just be mass Hydra, big push. Also being pretty vigilant about the micro required for Corsair. Keeping them moving and scouting. It's quite impressive. Yeah, and here we just see the macro engine of this opening build with all the hatcheries and all the larvae just spewing out hordes of Zerg. Very nice hidden third base being taken for AgGe and heavily cannoned up. And it looks like Zerg is starting to mobilize an attack force. Oh, don't tell me you're just going to trickle in, though. Yeah, okay, that's better. Group them up. Drone sneaks out on the map for a 4th base in the other main. There's our lair, Hydra range. Interesting detachment of Hydralisks come down to the 6 o'clock here. Oh, I think I just missed a shuttle getting sniped. Oh man, that blows. Well, I guess I could rewind it. Yeah, I'll rewind it. Why not? Oh no! This was worth rewinding. This is what I missed? Oh man, I'm ashamed of myself. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Why are these even here? It's like, wow. That hurts my brain. Like, oh, wow. I think TaDDe just got extremely lucky. Either that, or he's playing 4D chess with AgGe. And these are like next level mind games. I can't. Wow. Alright, big Zealot Templar push coming out. +1/+1 done. And wow, this is many Hydras. Oh no. Accidentally storms his own Templar. The Zealots do engage, but this is a lot of Hydras. Great storm right there. And just, oh man, hordes of Hydralisks pouring in. Zerglings to keep the Zealots busy as well as the Hydras approach. This big push continues. Oh, that High Templar only had 71 energy. Very close to another storm. And you know, I really liked this game for AgGe, but I mean, this build is just a pump and play. It's a pump and push. It's a pump and dump. Don't invest. Yeah, see, I liked it. I just, oh man. Oh man, another shuttle. Probes are starting to go down. Alright, this could be the saving grace right here. Yeah, these Dark Templars are probably going to be able to clear this out. Not without losing the natural, though, and that... oh, that sucks. Yeah, Overlord speed still there. Being upgraded, halfway done. But these Dark Templars should be able to clean the majority of this up before Overlords get here. And I like this. I like this idea that TaDDe's just spreading his forces out and, oh, pouring in more. That's a lot of Hydras. Five more in production even. Dark Templars doing their damn best to try and save the base, and there will be a brief moment of respite, but I don't think the siege is over just yet. For as soon as these Overlords have their speed kick in, which is right now, the push will probably continue with these reinforcements. Big storm, baby. Big storm, but also next to one of the Dark Templars. Wow, that's a lot of DTs. They actually do really good damage and act as pretty decent fighters. 11 Hydras in production. And those upgrades from the evolution chamber are on the way as well. They're cooking. And yeah, AgGe doing the damn best he can to secure this choke. And hey, it's working. Unfortunately, the huge swarms of endless Zerg is still too much to bear. AgGe GG's out. TaDDe takes the first game. Score screen. And a launch into game number 2. Alright, on good night, spawning in the top left is the orange Protoss. It's AgGe. And in the top right is the tan Zerg. It's TaDDe. Now, I hear that this map is tricky for Protoss versus Zerg because of the way the natural is. So I'm curious to see how AgGe decides to form his wall. Because I'm actually not sure about how to set the wall down. Not with the 2 openings. Okay, Overlord from TaDDe, so it could be overpull upwards. Maybe an 11 hatch. Okay, does go for the overpull, albeit it's a little late. And AgGe getting lucky with the very first scout. Gonna come in, confirm that it's that overpull. I imagine we'll see another forward gateway at the natural here. Or is he just deciding to just drop the Nexus? Well, he's probably got the timing mapped out in his head that he's able to get away with it. Oh, maybe. Yeah, thinks better of it. But does go for a forge this game. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You guys are right. I'm thinking about Revolver. I don't know why my brain blanked out like that, but you guys are right. Probe gonna come in and rescout, find this natural here. 2 Lings will intercept. Or not. Well, this probe gets a free scout for a good long while. 3rd base at the 3 o'clock. Ah, turns around. Does decide. Maybe he was just looking for, in case like a zealot was coming, how to spend the larva. I don't know. That's my best guess. Gateway, cannon, Nexus. Okay, and a macro hatch. So yeah, without gas being taken for this long and another macro hatch, it's probably going to be another 5 hatch before gas play. Aggie completes his gas, starts mining from it. Cybercore going down, keeping his scouting probe alive for this long. Fantastic job. Clown blocks the drone, trying to make the next hatch, yeah. Yeah, so Aggie knows that this is going to be another 5 hatch before gas again. And this time I would not be surprised if he skipped Stargate. Because what would you need it for? The Zerg's not opening Spire. You're keeping your scouting probe alive this whole time. Like, this thing still hasn't died. It's still alive. Yeah, just gonna, you know, scout one more time. Lots of drones being made. Alright, TaDDe does produce some more lings. And still masterfully, this probe. Staying alive. Oh, well, looks like this Overlord's toast. Right? Guys? Yeah, okay, thank you. And there it goes. Alright. +1 weapons on the way for Protoss. 2 more gates in here. Citadel with legs on the way. Yeah, this looks about right. Oh, unfortunately, a little bit of a supply block for Aggie. And TaDDe just droning away. Drones, drones, drones. Make so many drones. Drones, drones, drones. Caster curse. It happens to all of us. Templar archives coming down. Pretty good timing. Another gateway, another gateway. Yeah, I think this time around this game Aggie's going to handle this much better. He'll have a much more sizable army to contend with the amount of Hydras that'll come out of TaDDe's hatcheries. Because they're all on full blast right now. All the larvae being spent on Hydras. We have upgrades on the way. Testing the front a little bit to see what Aggie's up to. It's a lot of speed lots already. About the normal amount that you'd see at 7 minutes for a push like this. But still needs to be respected. Ooh, I like that. Zealot, High Templar, Dark Templar. Good mixture. Good army mixture coming out of the gateways. And Aggie gonna go for the 3 o'clock third here with a pretty powerful push, but TaDDe with a quick response with his Hydras. Yeah, and these creep colonies just now put up. I don't know if they're gonna be in time to help. Well, yeah, I suppose this one will. But there's enough Hydras here to clean this up for sure. More Hydras. More Hydras. Okay, so we have a big Templar mixture here. for AgGe, and still increasing his gate count as well. Now, unfortunately, this didn't go down, but a good number of drones were killed. But now TaDDe goes on the offensive and tries to counterattack. Are these storms ready? Yes, they are. Ah, okay. TaDDe pulls back on a retreat, thinking better of it, seeing the Templars out, and knowing that there's a Dark Templar in the mix. And Overlord speed is not a thing. Yeah, has to retreat, so wise decision. And unfortunately, AgGe does decide to commit a little too hard and is trickling units in, and I think losing a little too much. This puts TaDDe in a really sensitive situation where the risk to attack again becomes so big with every unit lost. And yeah, look, the counteroffensive being launched here to take out these bases, and AgGe going for 2 actually. It's quite greedy. Oh no. You're right there. I bet this goes unscouted. Okay, good storm does go off, chews up some of the Hydras. And there's enough Zealots here to make quick work of this with +1. Okay, layer's about to pop for TaDDe. More Hydras. More Hydras. And a big drone pull rally to this 3 o'clock. 41 drones to 39 probes. AgGe reinforcing his 9 o'clock fortress. Big Zealot Templar army. Big. Some Hydras poking out on the map. Not really a sizable force, not significant, but perhaps looking for hidden bases. Which, I guess they're going to the corner, right? They're not even thinking about the 9 o'clock. Also checking for maybe proxies. Still, intuitive play. Yeah, TaDDe's looking. Perhaps sensing something might be a little bit amiss. Yeah, and is likely going to find out about this 9 o'clock here. Likely. Likely, but not definitely. Oh, that was so close. Likely, but not definitely. Has no idea. I should have turned the vision off, but I mean... Alright, so when these groups, when these two groups of Hydras mesh together and group up, and this one moves out, I think TaDDe will be in a position to put on some pressure, but wow, look at the size of AgGe's army, actually. Look at this. This needs to be respected. This is what he's been up to. Ooh, and go in shuttle speed. Oh, wow. Storm's absolutely devastating a lot of these Hydras, and yeah, kind of a backstab happening at the natural, but I'm very concerned because AgGe's just going to rip right through this. Alright, this is a smart move, actually. Oh, fantastic storm. Will it save the Nexus? Oh my gosh. Oh my god, you guys. 12 HP. This Nexus surviving is a big deal. That's a very big deal. I was thinking, okay, that's probably the smartest play that you can make since you're trapped now. You're trapped between the Protoss's main base and the Protoss's huge ground army. You're going to lose all of those Hydras. What do? Try to snipe the Nat Nexus. It's the closest high-value target. That's smart. But you have to finish the job. And see, look, yeah, he's just beelining right for it. He knows. He's come to finish the job. The Scarab. The Holy Scarab. That was... wow. This game is incredible. This... wow. You guys saw it. Wow. Wow. This game can't be real. Is this a bugged replay? Wow. That was... wow. Wow. It's like just so many things have gone just right for Aggie. It's unreal. Great storms. One more right here. Oh, fantastic. Great storms. Perfect. Okay, some reinforcing Hydras from the south do come up. But Aggie's already in the base. This hatch goes down. Okay, gonna lose those Templars, gonna lose the Zealots. And likely gonna lose all of these Dragoons as well. +1 range for Zerg. +2 weapons for Protoss. Yeah, these Dragoons are definitely screwed. Pop. Pop. Three Dark Templars and a High Templar walk into a shuttle. Walk into a bar. The High Templar says, "Bartender, I'll have 4 shots." And the bartender says, "But there's only one of you." Ba-dum-ts. Okay, go. Hydralisks on retreat. Oh yeah. Here's the money play. Oh, and keeps the High Templar and goes to another base maybe? Or, no, catches the drones midway. Yeah, because he knows he's going to pull the drones, right? Oh my gosh. It's a drone genocide. This is racism. It's a drone genocide. It's a drone massacre. It's a drone holocaust. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think this is the push to end all pushes. I mean, even though there's lurkers here, AgGe has the choice to either camp or move to another base. Oh, I'm sorry, Senders. I didn't mean it like that, I swear. Alright, so these Protoss forces are gonna come down, find these undefended bases, gonna be able to knock out both of these hatcheries and all the drones. So this is a pretty nice value grab. But TaDDe is going to counterattack uphill to a bunch of cannons. Yeah. And AgGe just kind of squeezing TaDDe out of the map. Very nice. That means we go to game 3. Scores. And now, ladies and gentlemen, game 3. Game number 3 to complete the series between TaDDe and AgGe is on Butter, spawning in the top right as the grayish blue Zerg, it's TaDDe. And in the lower right as the yellow Protoss, it's AgGe. I get the damn BTS song stuck in my head every time I say butter. It's a bad curse. Thought about gassing. Maybe not. Piling out the natural. Oh. Oh. That's 9 pull. Yeah, that's a 9 pull. Now, will it be speed or not? No, it won't. Okay, so it'll be 9 pull expand. Okay, yeah, you're not going Nexus first here, bud. Okay, AgGe goes for the Forge Tech. Three pairs of Zerglings morphing. And AgGe being smart, knowing what this play is, keeping the probe at the natural here. Out comes the drone to try and take it. And AgGe's ready for it. Nice. Great block. Ooh, and turns around just in the nick of time. Oh, unfortunately loses the probe. One cannon on the way. Yeah, pulling three probes, dropping a gateway. Yeah, you will need a little bit more to hold than just one cannon against 6 Zerglings. Here come the Lings. Right into the choke. Immediately pick off 1 probe, 2 probes. And TaDDe goes for the run-by. Succeeds with 4 of the Zerglings. And the Zerglings begin working on the probe line. TaDDe in full force with his micromanagement skills here. More Lings in production. However, another cannon on the way to reinforce the choke at the natural. And this is pretty significant damage here, actually. TaDDe's doing a fantastic job with just these 4 Lings. Harassing the Nexus, picking off probes very well, and stopping all mining. Well, unfortunately loses one of those Lings. And the otherlings that were spawned try to run by, but this time with 2 cannons here, this is held no problem. And that's a lot of damage being racked up on this Nexus here, but with the Zealot here to help, I think this should be... yeah, with how weak they are, this can be cleaned up. That's very, very unfortunate. Losing track of this Ling. Ling falls. More Zerglings on the way. Now, this part confuses me. When you know the front's reinforced, he's got a Zealot out and at least 2 cannons. I don't think, other than denying another scouting probe, there's not really much this can do. More coming. Third's been taken, but there's no drones. Natural's been taken, but there's no drones. The main, we've got 2 more macro hatches. And then gas. So, TaDDe clearly favoring a particular style. Yeah, and now we just kind of wait for AgGe to reconsolidate and get back on track with his build. And then also for TaDDe to get his economy rolling. And the Hydralisk Den, that's sure to follow. There it is. It's finally going down. So this kind of puts AgGe on a little bit of a timer. Because the Cyber Core is just now going down. And we're already almost at Hydralisks. Now, only 1 gas has been taken, and I think to do this build, you want both gases. Or, well, 2. Oh, he went double Hydra Den. Oh. Now, see, that's actually really smart. Because TaDDe is aware of the amount of economic damage that he did to AgGe, right? So he knows Protoss has been slowed down significantly. If you're going to do something like this, you can make it a little bit more all-in-ish by getting both Hydra upgrades at the same time. But unfortunately, I think TaDDe was forced to spend some of his larvae and money on more Zerglings to defend against these initial 3 Zealots. Okay, and Stargate play and cannons. So I think AgGe must have read that this is going to be like a 3-base Spire. And I think that's a strong misread that he's aware of now that he scouted the Hydra Den being here. Oh, this Dragoon gets out and gets surrounded a little bit. Oh, careful not to lose it. Okay, AgGe falls back smartly, saves these units just in time. TaDDe droning up. Starts layer. Now, see, I'm a little confused about this as well. If you get both at the same time, maybe he just forgot that he made it. Because that's got to be my best guess, is he just forgot that he made it. Because he made 1 upgrade at one and 1 at the other, and they were not synchronized. Oh, that's okay, it happens to the best of us. And not to mention, this is the 3rd game in a set, so these 2 players are probably a little exhausted by now. So, all factors should be considered. Yeah, more cannons going down for AgGe, so switching gears a little bit, stopped Corsair production, more cannons in response to the Hydralisk tech there. And yeah, Templar Archives, more gateways, so yeah, AgGe put a break on and switched gears real fast. And I think that's probably the right decision. It most definitely is the right decision, because had he continued with a Corsair heavy play, the Hydras would be insurmountable, just as we saw in Game 1. And yeah, the clock that I mentioned earlier has really started to tick. Mr. Maru, you are being so rude today. Oh, Shiba Inus, can you believe that? Okay, TaDDe decides to test the front a little bit. Falls back when he sees the sheer number of cannons. Oh no. Can't lose track of this Corsair. Alright, picks it up. Yeah, catches the Spire too. This is a great scout. Sees the third, sees the number of drones. Yeah, great scout. Gas being taken. So AgGe kind of knows where he's at. Reinforcements for TaDDe joining up with the surmountable force here. Might make this insurmountable. But oh, Dark Templars, baby! I didn't even see them coming. Here they are. Yeah, so this should push this all the way back to where the Overlords are. Overlord speed being researched. In response, this is going to buy iRk-AgGe a lot of time. Yeah, robotics is going to come up, so he'll be able to get that shuttle observer. +2 attack is on the way. Hydra's body blocking. Doing a great job of body blocking, and the Overlords hatch just in time. Good number of Hydralisks were slain, though. Still not really worth it, though, in my opinion. Alright, big move out from Protoss here. Can't say I like this. There's a lot of Hydras on the map. Oh my. 2 Zerglings managed to cancel this base? Ah, the Muta tech switch, that's awesome. Oh. Wow, it takes a lot of storm damage on these Mutalisks. But wow, okay. Not gonna clean up the Zealots at home, gonna leave that to the Hydralisks, but kind of slightly mismanaged on the defensive here. All the drones got slaughtered, and only now is the Zerg force starting to respond. Oh my gosh, he's gonna get the Spire. Big moment. Alright, so AgGe gets the Spire. That's a pretty big deal. Oh, more storms go down. This Corsair putting in work. Yeah, these mutas are all so low that just this few number of Dragoons should be able to handle this with the Corsair that pops out. And with the reinforcing mutas, though, that complicates things a little bit. But this is kind of like one of TaDDe's last legs that he's standing on. However many legs he has. The Hydra's pushing in. Some drones that are probably misrallied. Even the drones are participating in the battle. More mutas, more Hydras. And yeah, this should get cleaned up finally. Oh, you gotta pull these back. These aren't gonna do anything. Okay, a Zealot scout party. Gonna look around the map. Might catch this base off guard, actually. There is nothing here. Yeah, wow, these zealots are going to completely catch this base. Okay, good quick drone pull, only losing 3. That's good. And I think these forces should be able to defend the hatchery in time. Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to be an issue. Still, good play. Good play for 4 zealots. Got quite a lot of value. 3 drones and half of a hatchery that you can snipe later if you so choose. And we see on the minimap Zerg just pouring out of their bases. No evolution chambers just yet. Another macro hatch. So no upgrades. I feel like if this was upgraded a little bit, like 1-1 by now, this would be just that much scarier. But with 0-0, I'm pretty confident that a +2 weapons Protoss force this size can tackle this. I'm pretty confident about that. And once these Corsairs complete their scout, once they sweep the base and see the tech, I think AgGe will probably feel confident about that too. Yeah, see, here's the evolution chambers just now starting on that. Zerg falling back, but Protoss continuing with the aggression and marching across the map does engage this pretty sizable force of Hydras. I think... it's actually tough to read, but I think AgGe could take this with the right engage angle. Maybe it's because there weren't High Templars, that might be why. But now with the High Templars, this should be taken care of, no problem. There we go. Alright, not bad. Not bad. Some good storms get out and grab some value for the Protoss, but more Hydras are trickling in. And these High Templars are a little too far forward. And I like the Dark Templar mixture, but TaDDe's learned his lesson and brought the Overlords this time. Unfortunately, like I was saying, oh, there's even +1 armor now. With the +2 weapons Protoss against the 0-0 Zerg army, they just blow right through it. And even losing a couple of Overlords too, that's gonna stunt the further growth of TaDDe's army. Oh man, did I miss it? I missed it. Hold on. Yeah, we're going back for it. I don't want to miss that. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Nice. So well-executed storm drop behind this behind all of the fighting as well. So a good show of multitasking from AgGe. Unfortunately loses the shuttle here before anything got dropped. So yeah, now this game's pretty much just in AgGe's hands. It's his game to lose. The initial Hydra force was completely crushed. Zerg only has 16 drones remaining compared to Protoss's 44 probes. Upgrades are on point for Protoss. Now, the kind of sort of silver lining here is that both the evolution chambers are still going, and 1-1's about to complete for Zerg. That will make an impactful difference, but I think just the gap is too wide between where the two players are currently at. I mean, AgGe's on 4 bases now. TaDDe's still on 3. One of them got blown up by a High Templar. And yeah, AgGe just doing the right thing and being aggressive out on the map. Retaining his full control. TaDDe's even supply blocked right now. Some overlords must have got picked off. And yeah, this is just the slow whittling down of the Zerg until death. GG, that'll close up the series, and AgGe takes it. The scores? So that leaves us with our last series for today, between our very own in-house web app developer, Y2Kid, and Havior. And game number 1 begins now. Game number 1 on Neosylphid. Spawning in the top center is the yellow Terran. It's Havior. And in the bottom left is the grayish-blue Protoss. It's Y2Kid. Thinking about it now, I haven't seen either one of these players play. Yeah, not once. This is exciting for me. Oh, I should have refilled my coffee. I got time. Nah. No, I don't. I'm fine. Okay, standard gateway opening in base from Y2Kid. Standard 11 racks for Havior. If this remains standard, this will be a 12 gas. There it is. And gas here as well. First scout goes out for Havior, unfortunately in the wrong direction. Zealot on the way from this gateway. Cybernetics core before second pylon. There we go. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't think you'd go Zealot first if you go Cyber core before second pylon, but I guess you can. As I've said a couple times, I'm not a Protoss player, but wouldn't you get supply blocked? Yeah. Yeah, you do, just for a little bit. Alright, so Y2Kid's playing with that in mind. This must be some sort of optimization that he's aiming for, to send out an early aggression zealot. In the right direction, too. While also teching up, yeah, to ranged dragoons. That's pretty cool. That's a cool trade-off. These two Marines move up and immediately have to back up. Now that there's 3, this fight can be taken. Yeah, and we just use this micro hole here. So now it's just a game of back and forth to try and protect SCVs as they complete the factory. Ooh, unfortunately losing 2 of those Marines. Second one here pops. Yeah, and with some of the SCVs pulled, this is cleaned up no problem. Nice. Attaboy. Okay, Vulture first. Dragoon on the way. And Y2 Kid posturing to take his natural nexus. No, target the injured one. There you go. Alright, you could probably take out the Vulture. Maybe. No, now you gotta retreat. Too much damage. Range about to finish. Second Goon comes up to reinforce, grabs the kill on the SCV, Goon stays alive, push continues. And range is finished. Now. So that's going to make a big deal. Oh, losing this Vulture is a big deal. This is actually some pretty good early game harassment. Yeah, I'm clogging up the choke too so that Vultures can't run by. Very smart. Attaboy. Alright, and these 2 Dragoons have been dispatched, so they'll be moving across the map to try and put more pressure on. And since range is complete, it's probably a good idea since siege mode is not completed yet. Yeah, in fact, going Spider Mines first. 2 more gateways on the way, robotics already done. Second base starting to mine. And yeah, I gotta be careful with this one, especially since it's injured. But with the tank here, this is holdable. No additional tech yet from Y2 Kid. And the gateways are not producing. Oh, he's supply blocked, I see. A little bit unfortunate. Happens to everyone. Meanwhile, turrets going up for Havior, playing it safe. Vulture speed on the way. Another tank. Alright, and an armory that's already starting to upgrade mech attack. So Havior might be going for a fast upgrade style. It's a little bit late though, to be starting that at like 6.5 minutes. But there's, you know, you give them credit for all the early game shenanigans that drew a lot of attention in Micro. There we go. Finally a second factory started. Okay, Y2 Kid not taking any chances, walling this off real hard. There's still a gap here that Dragoons can fit through, but they have to do it single file. And Dragoons are dumb. They're dumb. So that's not going to be very easy. Okay, Y2 Kid moving out with this bulldog-ish looking force. Got 4 zealots inside of a shuttle and a bunch of ranged Dragoons with an observer. This could make something happen, for sure. However, that mine definitely caught a quick peek of this, if Havior was watching the minimap. It's kind of hard to make the call because the missile turret's here. But without siege mode... But with siege mode... Yeah, see, in the Goliath too, like, he only managed to get 1 zealot out, I think, or 2, but they died instantly. And this attack now just kind of duds out. Moving to secure this third base location, the mineral only third. And yeah, I gotta tell you, Havior's in a pretty nice little spot now. Starport, second armory. Yeah, this is a 2-1 timing for Terran, which normally hits 12.5 minutes, but for players of our caliber and skill level, it's often 13.5 to 14. And the idea is you'll have +2 attack, +1 armor, and basically maxed. Okay, third going up, good pylon wall to protect. Uncalled for, calling goons dumb for no reason. You're sensitive today, Senders. Scan for tech. Catches a glimpse of the gateway count and just sees the robotics. We're probably going to be taking this main base, this other main base for Y2 Kid. And if taken and established and secured, will probably tip the game in his favor. Yeah, third base operational, 2 photon cannons to defend it. I think that's enough, that's good. Nat base being mined, heavily saturated. Only 5 gateways though. I feel like that's a little low. I feel like this should probably be 8+ by now. There we go. There we go. Okay, and now Terran is starting to move out. Capture some ground. When Terran takes real estate, it's difficult to grab it back from them. So the best way to stop them from grabbing land is to prevent them from grabbing it in the first place. Yeah, like this you can't press forward with these goons here. You just die. So Y2 Kid knows that. He's playing a little bit safer along the outer edge of the border of the siege tank's range. But definitely has a good idea of how many tanks Havior has and where they are. Checking for a third, checking more tech. Sees 2 forges and Templar archives. Oh, these probes being transferred almost get caught by this vulture here. One here does get picked off. Might have thought that he was going to take this mineral only third, so probably check upside this ramp. Y2 Kid kind of responding by joining forces here to protect. Pylon block, very nice. Yeah, finally taking this other main. get that up and running. Yeah, with another pylon wall and a cannon defending, this base is pretty secured from vultures. Unless they were dropped in from behind. Yeah, just be good. If you want to win games, just be good. That's it. That's all I have to say. That's it. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Y2 Kid kind of being bullied out of the center of the map here. And with an all Dragoon force against a mostly or all tank force, even stepping on a mine there, this stands no chance. Like, alright, so I like the position for Y2 Kid because he's starting to really take the map. And oh my gosh, this Terran force gets busted. It gets surrounded and busted. Absolutely torn apart. That's a devastating blow. So what happened here is Havior kind of stepped on the gas a little too soon. You're really supposed to wait for a complete max out and then move with one giant ball of an army for a 2-1 timing push. So we got the 2-1, yeah, and then he tried to move out, but to a wide open center of the area map. Like I feel like it would be better to move it through the tighter choked areas. That way tanks really get their full benefit. Scans going down for Terran to check on Protoss's army location and movement. Poor observer. Alright, now... Okay, see... Arbiters and carriers. Yeah, I like the position for Y2 Kid. It's very favorable in this game. That's a good number of factories. But... if it's just tank and vulture being produced, that means Havior is not aware that this is like a big air tech switch. Starting to fill up this other base with more gateways. Yeah, this is getting better and better for Y2 Kid. Main's been mined out for Havior, so now we're only on 2 mining bases. And remember, kids, the pseudo high ground thirds on Neo Sylphid have reduced resources. Minerals start with 1,000, gas starts at 1,500. So that means this is going to mine out very soon. And this is already mined out. Havior needs another base, preferably with gas. And now it's just, you know, Y2 Kid looking for angles to poke in and out and engage. And it looks like the trigger's been pulled. Terran unsieging is out of position just a little bit. This is a ripe spot for a stasis if there is research. If it's been researched, like right here. Well, it's irrelevant. The point is moot because there's just simply too much Protoss here. Yeah, and Havior has to call the GG. So our first game in this series will go to Y2 Kid. Here's your scores. And we'll pull out game number 2 and continue on our merry way. Game number 2 in this set on Good Night. Spawning in the top right is the grayish-blue Protoss. It's Y2 Kid. Really likes the color. Color faithful. I like it. And in the bottom left spawn as the yellow Terran, it's Havior. Also color faithful, I think. Yeah, he was yellow last game, right? Or is my mind just playing tricks on me? Alright, so now we're on a 4-player map. It's bigger. We'll see if the strategies differentiate from the first game's strategies at all. If Havior will go for another 2-1 timing. If Y2 Kid will go for more Arbiter Carrier. Standard gateway opening here for Y2 Kid in the base. Probably a standard 11 racks here for Havior. There it is. Gas being taken, very standard. Very standard for Terran. Gas being taken for Y2 Kid, so gonna be more of a tech opening. Likely see a Cyber Core after Gateway. Cybernetics Core. Okay, now our next point to watch for Terran, from their point of view, will be whether or not Havior takes 2 SCVs off of gas at 88, which should telegraph to us a factory expansion. 88, off. 96, off. And factory. It's a bit late, but still the order. First goon on the way for Y2 Kid. Wouldn't be surprised to see this core spinning with goon range very soon. Or if not, perhaps actually saving the resources for a quick robo. Or a 21 Nexus. And very unfortunate timing for Y2 Kid as this SCV comes up, scouts it. Sees the Nexus, knows the timing. Gonna be able to keep that and factor that into his game plan. Havior posturing to take his own natural. There goes the command center. 3 Marines and an SCV move out, so a bunker probably at the front. Vulture first into Machine Shop. One Dragoon making its way over to Havior's natural. We'll see the bunker right as it completes. Gotta move up a little more. This Vulture's gonna get in, get a nice scout off, maybe a probe or two. Oh, this Dragoon actually retreats. There goes a probe. There goes two. Oh no, you almost had three. You could have had it. Alright, so for Y2 Kid, the build order so far is 2 Gateway Robotics, likely Observatory. Yeah, mine's on the way with siege tanks being produced. This looks like the start to a setup for another 2-1 timing. Yeah, in fact, the armory's done. This time it's rather quick. That's fast for an armory, for a 2-1 timing standard. Usually Terrans will build it between 5 minutes and 5:15. But at 5:15 it was already done. So Havior are going to go for this quick upgrade style again. Hopefully not get caught with his pants down in the middle of the map again. Just Dragoons and Observers being produced right now for Protoss. Pretty normal. Oh, look at that probe. Man. Don't you just hate it when that happens? Alright, Havior setting up a turret ring. I guess, yeah, this will make you safe from shuttles, but it's quite an investment. Like, this could be, you could have more factories by now. 6:30, 7 minutes is about the time that you could put down your third command center if you really wanted it. You see, like, this could have been so much earlier. I think the better approach to this is probably just, since you get the armory so early, just pump out a couple of Goliaths and walk around with them. You can use them later on for anti-shuttle anyway, and they also pick off observers quite well with scan. Alright, so third base being taken by Y2 Kid, decides to go for this upper 12 o'clock with the gas instead of the mineral-only lower ground third, which I have to agree with. This is smarter. It's high ground. You know, this should be definitely holdable with just a couple of pylons. Eskia in the chat. Armory-AgGe is still a pretty good build order. Yeah, no, for sure it is. Armory Academy is safer, to be honest, because you get the scans out early enough where at like 6:30 you could just scan Protoss's tech, see what they're doing. And like you spend one scan just in case it's DTs, but then that's why you get mines early, so you can anti-DT, and then really you're just kind of looking for like, are they going carriers or not? You get to keep track of Protoss a lot better. There's nothing inherently wrong with eBay Armory. Rush showed us a great way to do it. I just think that there's kind of too many turrets. So the plus side to doing eBay instead of academies, theoretically 4 additional SCVs, because you have to cut SCVs to make the comsats, and those 4 SCVs actually make a substantial difference. But no, it's cool. I'm just saying, like, I think it's a little excessive. Like, you could keep like 1 at your main, 1 at your production, and 1 near your natural, and 1 overhead here. Like this, I feel like it's just a lot of turrets. Good number of tanks though. +1 already done, so well timed with the +1 second armories on the way, as well as the science facilities, so 2-1 should be very timely. Goliath range on the way. Still, we're very, very short on factories, however. 9 minutes it's a little scary to be on 2 factories at 9 minutes. Yeah, that's what these SCVs are for. And I'm not quite sure why, but Y2Kid just doesn't have the probe count that I thought he'd have by now. He's kind of resting on these Nexi. 42 to 45 SCVs. Like that just shouldn't be a thing. Some scans going down for Havior to scout the tech. Sees quite a sizable number of gateways here, as well as just the robo, and of course the stuck probe. Yeah, with eBay armor you just scan at 839. Okay, yeah, like if you're looking for carrier or whatever. Yeah, that's timely. I'm not bashing eBay Armory at all. It's a great build, and if you prefer that over Armory Academy, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I just thought I'd pull apart the differences between the two builds. I'll elaborate a little bit more. Everyone's preference is a little bit different. I actually mix it up which one I use. Yeah, third timing coming down here. The 2-1, a little more than halfway done. Starting to crank out those factories now. Good, this is what we need. Y2Kid holding the high ground here, and holding the high ground over up here as well. Some good strategic locations being held. Probe going out. Fourth base ostensibly. Speed lots moving out to join the Dragoons. Alright, and these vultures get caught. Quick reaction by Havior, only losing 2. And it looks like Y2Kid's starting to think about coalescing all of his forces together into one big ball. Well, maybe if these zealots start to move out. Ooh, gotta be careful. That mine actually connected. Okay, Y2Kid tests the front a little bit, sees that there's a lot of Terran. In fact, all of Terran is there. So we know Terran's locked up in his base still. Take another base. Pylon walls doing their job. Dragoons will clean this up, and cannons in the future will negate any additional attempts. Oops, wrong one. No, that was the right one. I goofed a bit. Okay, so we have 2-1 that's completed now. And it's 12:55. Yeah, that's a good timing. It's a good timing, but we're only at 135. And we should be much closer to like 175 by now. Good number of siege tanks. I wouldn't recommend moving out with anything less than 12 tanks. Get a good count here. It's 10. Alright, these goons are toast. Yep. Splat. That was, that was really ballsy. I'm surprised Y2Kid went for that. I'm gonna clear out some of these mines in the center of the map. Firing this base up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gateways, arbiters, stasis, all on the way. Weapons, +1 weapons is completing for Protoss now. And yeah, Terran's starting to push out, this time with 171 supply, and yeah, a much more timely macro force Y2-1's done, just about maxed. But you have to be very careful about your position. Especially since these are separate. Like the tanks being separate from the vultures and Protoss on the flank right here. Yeesh. I feel like if all of this had moved in here and all of this had pierced in and forked with an attack here, that would have had a different outcome. And so now we're kind of in a dangerous situation where the Terran army is still quite large and upgraded, and is continuing to push in one big ball, which is what you're supposed to do. This is the way to do it right here, ball up. Without another main with gateways in it, another tech, I gotta be a little worried for Y2 Kid here. Oh, get it. Free to observe another day. So yeah, Havior is just going to continue and proceed to take out some of the outlying bases. Sieging up, this is no problem. And for Y2 Kid, I think it's all going to come down to Arbiter play. Because you can't gateway man your way through this. You just can't. This is too much muscle at a Terran. Yeah, this is a lot of economic damage right here. Losing all these probes, that's pretty painful. I think the curtains are starting to close on Y2 Kid. Alright, so I like this engage for Y2 Kid, at least. Oh, that was a nice connection. Flanks with these zealots, cleans up the tanks. Yeah, big vulture support moving in. But now that this is committed and Protoss is going to lose this, I feel like there's just another nail in the coffin. I mean, Terran's 3-2 now. That's monstrous. If Havior has done one thing exceedingly well in this series, it's timely upgrades. Yeah, he's gonna end up losing these. He could possibly save the Arbiter, but that would require him to pay attention to it. And at the last minute catches it, but too late. Okay, and so now I think Havior wants to probably think about securing the 4th here. And remaxing. Y2 Kid probably needs to think about everything. Alright, at least we're starting to kind of bank up Arbiters. I still don't see a way out for Protoss in this game. But you never know. We'll keep watching. Game's not over. Okay, Havior scanning along the bottom path to the right, indicating where he wants to send his army. Yeah, with each unit that Y2 Kid bleeds at this point, death is just closer and closer, and wow, if there were probes here, there's no probes anymore. That's a lot of vultures. Scans here to catch a glimpse of the total army size. And wow, is he really going for it? Yeah, I mean, I guess you're big enough. Big probe transfer got killed. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is a lot of probes. Alright, so this is basically the death blow right here. Once Terran secures the outside of Protoss's natural, when Protoss doesn't have another main base with gateways in it, that's a, you know, scenario where Protoss loses. And Y2 Kid's pretty much out of money. Not macroing much out of these gates now anymore. Havior secures the 4th. Yeah, and we just wait for the GG at this point. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt that that was allied chat. So Havior takes a game. Y2 Kid takes game 1, Havior takes game 2. That brings us to game number 3. Scoreboard. And now, to finish off the series, to finish off the groups, and to finish off the cast. Game number 3 between Y2 Kid and Havior on Butter. Stupid map name. Butter. Anyway, as the all of Terran spawning in the top right, it's Havior. And as the teal Protoss in the bottom right, it's Y2 Kid. It is. It is smooth, like butter. Sort of like a, I don't know, like a criminal. But undercover. Man, this game's about to pop. Like trouble. And a big shout out to Y2 Kid for his work on the web app for CPL, mainstreaming and mainlining a lot of processes, automating some good things, and basically making team admins' jobs a lot easier. Breaking into my heart like that. Okay, standard 11 racks for Havior in base. And looks like what should be the setup for a 12 Nexus for Y2 Kid. Now I like this. 12 Nexus on match point. Havior being pretty vigilant, scouting the entirety of his natural. Although based on what we saw earlier with Flizzardo's shenanigans, you should also scout the bottom of your main. Or rather, the top of your main if you're bottom right. So Javier's going to send his scout out, and he's going to find out about this 12 Nexus. We'll see how he decides to respond. Yeah, should know with that timing. And also the timing of the gateway. So, from here we should probably see non-stop marine production, and then we wait for the first vulture, and then pull a bunch of SCVs, and you move out with everything and just go kill it. You bunker up, you micro around a little bit, and you kill it. Oh, that's so risky. He's actually... Y2 Kid's actually going for the cybernetics core before a second gateway. That's... yeah, that's really risky. Look, Javier's already setting up his bunker for a possible bust. And it goes up, too. That's pretty scary. One bunker already up. Unfortunately, there's no Marines. He didn't bring any. Three Marines. Vulture on the way. Yeah, and Probe's kind of positioned in such a way that they're expecting Marines to come down. But Y2 Kid's not going to find any unless he goes way up. And yeah, so that's actually not too bad, putting that bunker there that early. That draws a lot of the mining time away from these probes. So he got mind gamed a little bit there. Alright, now I think the Zealot should be able to put enough damage on the bunker to make this a non-issue. Well, alright, but, well, alright, never mind, this is an issue. Sort of. It's not, where, like, do you want to commit to this or not? Like, I'm surprised that Havior didn't pull a bunch of SCVs and isn't building, like, another forward bunker and really trying to... Actually, oh, did he actually think this would be in range? Maybe that's what it is. Oh, no. Oh, he must have built this thinking it would be in range. What is happening? I'm so confused. Like, you missed the window to pull. And, well, you're getting some probe picks, and that's pretty nice. So you got that going for Havior. But... wow, more probe picks. Wow, I'm so confused. This is a crazy third game. Vulture speed? Okay. Now, these could be mining. These could be at home mining right now. They could have been this whole time. What do we got going? Alright, so you went Cybernetics Core first. No range yet, though. Oh, okay, it finished. Yeah, I'm being dumb. Yeah, it just finished. See, that's 6 goons against 4 SCVs. This is gonna get powered down. I don't know why this is even here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, what did I miss? Looks like a Dragoon tried to come around here, but... this game is wild. Alright, so power down the bunker. Kill the Marines, clean the SCVs. And Havior again going for this fast upgrade style. Is now getting siege mode. I feel like this is a bit late. What do we have going on for Y2 Kid? Alright, so we have 3 gateways, 4th one on the way. Robotics, observatory, observers out on the map, full pylon wall. just to be safe. And, no, target fire the tanks. Oh! Alright, so Y2 Kid runs by. Gets a little bit of harassment done. Yes, kill it. There. Unfortunately, I lost a little bit too much earlier, so... Okay, getting out of your base, taking a third. I feel like this is a little bit late. But, you know, it's whatever. There's no judgment or anything. It's game 3 again. Players are exhausted at this point. Just for strategical analysis. Oh. Alright, so... one vulture out on the map. A bunch of dragoons just... climbing their way up, and with an observer here to clear out the mines. Siege mode should be done by now. I think you should probably siege up, otherwise this could get a little bit dicey. Vulture gets popped. Y2 Kid really committed to blocking this off. There's the siege. Alright, going a little bit of Gateway Man style here. And now we just kind of wait for the game to develop further into the later stages of the mid-game. Both armories chugging away at 2-1. +1 already done. Yeah, and again, Havior doing a pretty good job keeping up with these upgrades, making sure they're very timely. But again, factory's a little bit late. Or slow, rather. It's tough when a lot goes on early on, too. Anything that draws your attention takes seconds off of a particular build. Oh, he's gonna go get it with the Marine. No, 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 get it. Alright. Jeez, my heart stopped for a second. Okay, Y2 Kid's Protoss forces just kind of combing across the map looking for anything. Zealot speed, a little more than halfway done. Oh, it looks like Terran's gearing up to move out. Yeah, I don't... Oh, this is super duper duper risky. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this at all. Oh yeah, just bring all the other forces in. Hit the tanks. Bring up your guys. Yep, bring up the guys. Scanning the main, doesn't really see anything. Yeah, and here we see a nice arc created by Y2 Kid to contain this possible push forward. And it looks like Havior is just going to continue to decide on pressing forward. And yeah, with this flank coming up, I think this should get cleared out. All this Terran is just dead. The cards are all in Y2 Kid's hands now. Yeah, and with such a few siege tank count, yeah, just walk up with the Dragoons and target fire down the tanks. Some really good mine connections, though, might be the key to holding this, but more Protoss forces are approaching from the south, so maybe not. Yeah, just send these in, and this should be enough to overwhelm Terran, and we should see Havior GG out. Great series. Yeah, this should be the end, folks. GG from Havior, and Y2 Kid takes the series and wraps up everything. Here's your final score screen. And there's your final tally. Gloriously overpowered sexy unicorns on the left side, and let us attack on the right side. Folks, that's going to be it from me. I was happy to cast this today. In the future, lots of casting to be expected on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, where I now have a lot of extra time on my hands, so probably be casting around this time for lots of regular season matches. If you enjoyed this cast, or you thought I could do anything better, go ahead and send me a DM on Discord. I appreciate any feedback. And for now, that's going to be all from me. It's your boy Forte, signing out. See you guys later.